जयपुर वाया कोटा।
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत।
ಲಕ್ನೋ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad Ruturaj Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। कृपया ध्यान दियो।
It's the Chepauk. We got most of the usual. Ruturaj getting runs at the top. Dhoni in the last over getting a 6 and a 4. We're used to this, aren't we? But will CSK be happy with what happened in the middle there? Because Punjab got all their plans spot on. Chennai have got 162 in their 20 overs. Ruturaj Gaikwad got that 62. Rahul Chahar got 2 for 16 in his 4. And I've got Lisa and Harsha with me at Cricbuzz Live. This was a strange kind of a game because it's Chepauk, you expect certain things, and those middle overs, no boundaries at all, a very silent Chepauk because Punjab did very well with their plans.
No boundaries in the middle overs is a very scary concept for all of us Indians, as you know. Because this Aussie next to me is going to be laughing loudly when I say that. But look, it's a story of 4 overs, really, this one. This was a story of overs 5, 6, 17, 18. I know there were 13 at the end, but 5, 6, 17, 18 gave you 67 runs of 4 overs. And the total is 162. They made 95 of the other 16. So there were some big overs. When Punjab come back, they'll have to find those big overs. But my play of the day, if you ever have, some other play of the day, my play of the day was looking down that scorecard, you'll never know, Daryl Mitchell not out one ball, the hardest run
of 2
of ever. He ran up and down for no runs and almost got run out. That's the funniest thing I've seen for a long time.
But then Dhoni made up with that 6. So I think most CSK fans will be happy with that 6. We were wondering if they ran 2, but they actually ended up getting no runs. That's what they did.
Yeah, it was an interesting innings because it seemed like it was the old Chepauk, wasn't it? Like the ball turned, it gripped, it held. Everyone at the top order was really not finding their timing. They were swinging hard. I think they were trying to find the boundary, just didn't necessarily happen for them. And then it seemed like the dew set in and things just skidded on nicely. But then Chahar comes in the 19th and shows, no, I can actually still turn the ball. So it is a tricky pitch. But I think Punjab have actually managed to put the right bowlers in at the right time and set their field placements correctly. So I think excellent game by Sam Curran.
Well, he was very impressive to get Harpreet Brar in the 19th over. We kept wondering why isn't he coming to bowl, and then he left him for the Rahul Chahar, for the 19th over, and then those the field placement, like you said, all 3 of them right there for Dhoni.
And a 4th right behind. I thought there were 4 from deep mid wicket to right behind. There were 4 fielders in that arc. You don't see an arc like that. And they were all presumably against the normal turn that Chahar would get. It's not a big turner, but very interesting field. And to just bowl 3 overs, and we were thinking, okay, what's going to happen here? But very well done. I mean, look at Lisa's point. 8 overs, 4 for 33. 8 overs, 4 for 33 for the spinners. So it'll be interesting. What, Brar and Chahar. Harshal only bowled the 1 over. Arshdeep and Karan, the quick. If you run enough a long run and bowl medium pace, you go for runs today. That's the story of the day. 89 runs in 7 overs. 89 in 7 overs. Look at all the economy rates around him. Rabada 5.75, Brar 4.25, Chahar 4. Then suddenly the government announced new schemes and the stock market boomed.
So I think what it does tell you is you look at Chennai and their bowlers and how they've got some match winners. And if their medium pace bowlers don't go the distance, if they're able to be able to execute that line, that length, or maybe get a little bit of swing, then they're going to be a handful. So I think this is game on. Unless Punjab come out and Johnny Bairstow goes, thanks very much, whack, 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 whack. But I do think this one's going to go down to the wire.
Just wonder if they think, Rachin Ravindra might have been handy today.
Yeah.
He would have given us a couple of overs too. They'll have to attack Moin. Jadeja is more difficult to attack. Moin is a more classical spinner. Maybe it'll be easier to hit. So maybe they'll have to go after Moin. And the shashes in the middle order will be crucial.
But we have to talk a little bit on Harpreet Brar and what he did today. He got that, they got off to a good start, Ajinkya and Ruturaj, and then he got Ajinkya out, and then that very crucial wicket of Shivam Dube, because we've all spoken up about Shivam Dube versus spin, and Harpreet Brar just comes in and gets him out for a duck.
And it's nice to know, no? Left-arm spinner. Did you ever get a right-hander out? Ever?
No, never in my entire life.
You're not allowed to, right? Off-spinner cannot get right-hander out. Left-arm cannot get left-hand. No, I mean, Chahar got a left-hander out. Brar got a left-hander out. Yeah. But it didn't work.
I think I was going to say, now you know what the commentator's curse is. You know, we talk up
Yes.
Shivam Dube. What happens? Doesn't score runs.
Some people are saying it's the picked in the Indian team curse.
Oh, is it?
So the best thing
Some
is,
people.
Best thing is, may the curse get used up now, so that when
That's
they play
our strategy.
So that when they play Australia in the final, it'll be a different game.
Okay, let's
Yes.
see.
Well, that's been our strategy. So we still have one whole month to go. We are okay with the way things are going as Indian fans. But as CSK fans, you're not going to be very happy with the way things went down. But the way Harpreet Brar was bowling today, I think it was just his length, Lisa. He was just so tight, just not giving them any kind of space to, swing their arm around.
Yeah, when the pitch is turning like that and you've got a little bit of variable bounce as well, then you don't need to have much variation. The natural variation happens. And the main thing you need to do as a bowler is hold your line and length. Don't leave the stumps, because then you bring in all modes of dismissal. And so I thought he was very good at doing that. And as a tendency coming up against someone that smashes spinners for fun, to be able to kind of get the ball just slightly aerial, it wasn't completely flat, to entice him to go is a brave move, and it worked.
Yes. We'll have a look at Chennai's batting card. Like I said, Ruturaj got those runs up at the top. Ajinkya got 29 of 24. And then those middle overs were troublesome for Chennai until Sameer Rizvi got 21, but he just couldn't get things going. He was really trying hard, but 21 or 23 really took up a whole lot of balls in the middle overs.
Yeah, I did. And I'll be honest, I was surprised by that. It's a typical CSK operation. They've picked a young player and they're going to back the player to go in those situations. I could have understood if Dhoni was next. And they think, no, Dhoni only wants to play 10, 12 balls this year. But you had Mitchell sitting in there. But more important, you had Moin sitting in there. And Moin can hit the big shots. So maybe they just thought, oops, 2 left-handers gone, send Moin again, let's try and send someone out. I won't be surprised if his brief was, just go for it. But no, it didn't work. It didn't work. And I think they're about, while 162, as Lisa said, is absolutely right, that it's a score from where you can win.
Yes.
But they'll be sitting there and thinking another 15 runs.
Yeah.
But that's what every team thinks at the end.
Correct,
Another
they
15.
do. But Daryl Mitchell 8
Yeah.
just doesn't sit right with me. He got 52 last game.
Yes.
30 balls, right?
Yeah.
30 odd balls.
So this is where the analysis of the game and matchups come into it, right? And sometimes it does not make sense. Like, he does not deserve to be at number 8, regardless of who's bowling. He's a good enough player to come in at 3 or 4 and to take that. He needs to bat more overs. He needs to be given that responsibility.
But he's done something today that he will never, ever do in his life again. Which is run
double
all
run
the way
for
up,
run.
run all the
But
way
he
back.
actually tapped in.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He went in,
Now,
even
what
though
if-
Dhoni was like, go back.
What if Dhoni was
lose.
outside the crease if he'd cross Dhoni and come back?
Imagine that.
Yes, imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
but can
the
you imagine
ideal-
you send back your former number 3,
Yes.
who's given you 52 or 32 balls last time. He's won a T20 World Cup game against England in a T20 World Cup. That was a semi-final. And then
I've got it.
But I think this is, I don't want to say it because I love.
But that means you're going to say it anyway. The moment somebody, I don't want to say it.
I am going to say it. I'm just putting the disclaimer out so you don't get attacked. But this is where 41, the 8 shows up because Dhoni could have run those 2 and then hit the 6. It was Daryl Mitchell ran those 2.
Breaking news. Cricbuzz anchor says Dhoni is too old to play.
I want Dhoni. I was saying Dhoni for the World Cup, guys. Look at his strike rate. Just look at his strike rate. We had that discussion.
I just think he thought that with that angle, he was better placed to hit the 6-over cover. That might be his thinking.
Yes.
We don't know.
Well, from the former skipper, let's talk about the current skipper. We spoke about him. So clearly, it's not the commentator's curse. He's not in the Indian side. So I understand where that curse is coming from because Ruturaj Gaikwad has held this innings together today, Lisa.
Yeah, he played a clever innings. It felt like he assessed the conditions really early and said, hang on, this isn't a 200-plus pitch, so there's no point us trying to get to that and then being bundled out for 110. Let's figure out how we can compile an innings. I think he could have gone a little bit earlier, but you saw when he flicked the switch, then all of a sudden everything was flowing nicely from the 16th over onwards. That's why I think with still wickets in hand and Daryl Mitchell at 8, so you knew where I was going with that. We spent a lot of time together. But he could have gone like the 12th, 11th over, and they could have had an extra 20 runs, I think, and then it becomes a really difficult chase.
But just the consistency, Harsha, that Ruturaj is showing.
She said he seems a clever player.
Yes.
He gives you that impression that he's a clever player because see how he builds an innings. Some days he'll go boom, boom at the start. And he's already done that thrice in this IPL where he's gone hard right from the beginning. Today, I think he realized it's that kind of surface. So if it hadn't been for that little muddle in the middle, you'd be looking at the same innings and saying, okay, not bad. Now we're thinking, as Lisa said, should he have sort of broken out a little earlier? You see that 6 that he hit off the free hit?
Yes.
And he made it look so easy. But I think there, Rizvi is 21 of 25. He makes a 30 of 21. And you're getting those 12, 13 runs that you're
Which is what he did so well because he wasn't really getting support from the other end and then he adapted so well to make sure that his consistency stays on with the way he's been playing the last 5 games.
Gaikwad?
Yes.
Yeah. He's been able to really make sure that he's the captain. So this is the other thing that I have. As a skipper, as a leader of the side, you lead by your performance as well. You could tell in that innings, he was like, I'm not letting anyone else come in. I'm not going to put the blame on anyone else. I'm in right now. I'm going to make the most of the opportunity. So I'm going to figure out, I'm going to work on the fly to know what I need to do on this pitch. And you were able to see that progression throughout his innings. So I think, as Harsha said, I think that there's a long way for him to go. I think he's a huge asset for Indian cricket.
He's playing the 2026 T20 World Cup.
Yes, he's 27 now, so we hope to see him.
He's got lots of time.
He's got time.
I'd be very surprised if he's not playing both the 26 T20 World Cup and the 27 ODI World Cup. You never know. Look, 2 years in the life of a player can be huge. You never know what happens. Suddenly form goes against you. You never know. But seeing his trajectory, I'll be very surprised if that doesn't happen.
Well, 26 is still a far away situation.
It's still very far away to the next T20 World Cup.
Yes.
Which is, a month
ago. It's still a month away. So we'll. What I didn't quite understand today is why did they get Sameer Rizvi, and I think they got the impact play after the 3rd wicket. So why wouldn't you wait to get him Daryl Mitchell? There was so much batting to follow. Why would you want to get an impact player and let go of getting the bowling option in now?
I don't know. Maybe you should go down and be on the ground and interview the coaching staff. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It's strange. It didn't make sense unless he was told, okay, we're going to hold back these guys because we want to go big, and maybe the dew will set in and it'll skid on at the back end, and that's where we really cash up. We're guessing because it doesn't make sense.
Does he bowl anything, Rizvi?
Sameer, I don't think they're expecting Sameer Rizvi to bowl.
Can you get 2 overs out of Sameer Rizvi? I don't know. All I've read about him, all I've read and what I've seen,
he's a power hitter.
Is as a power hitter. It says, It says bowling style on
leg
the Cricbuzz
spin,
app.
but we don't know if no one's really seen him bowl the leg spin. So
if the producer says leg break and the app says off break, then it means everyone's confused.
So clearly they're not
He's a
getting
mystery spinner.
He's a mystery spinner. But clearly they're not getting him in there to do the bowling. He didn't do the power hitting either. So it's a decision that's not gone very correct today.
When looking at the game and how it unfolded, they were trying to swing, they were trying to find the boundary, but it just was holding in the pitch, it was bouncing a bit more, just they weren't finding the middle. And you know, he's a young guy who hasn't played a lot of cricket, to be able to think on his feet like that. He plays a one-dimensional game in that sense, which is great, but these conditions required some experienced heads.
I really hope there's not that much moisture on the playing surface, because then otherwise this will become a boring run chase. But if there is something there, it'll test the shushes, but it'll also test everyone else before that.
Yes.
And then we'll really find out. Suppose, for example, you need 90 of the back 10 and Ashutosh and Shashank are batting and they get those, then you say, wow, on this surface, well played. So it'll be interesting. I hope that
there is something for them.
Yeah, I hope the ball doesn't get wet. I hope dew doesn't ruin this game.
Well, the last game, they chased 262. They've almost got 100 lesser to chase today.
Oh, piece of cake.
So given the conditions, but...
Neither she hits it nor she.
I'm not going to get to what our predictions were in the first. Let's just cancel those predictions. I'm giving you all what happened on the first ball. It's a 4. Okay. So we all have that. No one's cheating here. Lisa, power play score.
63.
Ooh. Bairstow is going to get quick runs is what
they've got to cash in. That's my theory. Come on, chicken.
Are you waiting for the
51.
second ball?
No, I was thinking what to do because whatever I do, the best I can come is second. So I thought, okay, 51. So now you've got to figure out if I'm going to be second, whether you want to.
You're going down.
No, I'll go not below him. I'm going to go, you were 60? 3. I'm going to go 56. So we all have our space. No one's encroaching on anyone's land here. We all have our space.
Got our space.
Yeah. So we've got rid of Hindi as well. That's perfect. We got.
But now we need a winner.
Space.
We need a winner, and that's what we really need in this innings. So we'll give you all the updates at the 10 over point. We'll see if Bairstow listens to Lisa or he listens to me. We'll wait and watch, and we'll catch you all in the com box very soon.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad 50 Express Moroboti Station Netaji Obot. कृपया ध्यान दें